even know if this is like gonna work. Am I gonna be too tall for like the first time ever in my life? I don't really know how I feel about this. Oh my God, I'm gonna die. So basically, I'm not really gonna sugarcoat it. I could not find the mental capacity or the energy to clean my room. I can't do it. I literally cannot do it today. So I'm trying out different settings because I still need to get a video up. I think this could work. Am I too far away? Should I just stay? Oh, I need to like, hi, I feel like I'm on like a talk show. Fit check. I know this doesn't work. It's too short. Hold on. Voila. All right, we're gonna make me taller. I'm like literally a hot mess. This is going to work because I'm going to make it work. Duh. I think I'm just gonna stand here and talk. I think it's so funny too, how like during the regular season, I was like always at my desk and I was prim and proper and I had like a color-coded outline of all of the topics that I had to hit and I had statistics and like all of this professional crazy stuff, and now it's the off season and I'm like making a makeshift and I'm like making a setup as I go. My camera is on my tripod on top of 3 Harry Potter books. I have zero plan. I have no notes. So we're just going to see where this video goes today. My plan is to talk about trades, obviously, and free agents and all of that fun stuff. The biggest one right now, JJ Watt. And I tweeted this yesterday. I'm like new to using my Sporty Jordy Twitter. Please follow me because I can sometimes be funny and this tweet deserved more love. I said JJ Watt, more like JJ what? I know. So yesterday, I wake up, as one does naturally. The first thing I do, grab my phone. I open up, scrolling through all my social media. I love that I feel the need to give you a POV as if you don't know what it would actually look like if I was laying in bed scrolling on my phone. The first thing that I saw yesterday that really piqued my attention was the JJ Watt Peloton bike bio, that whole thing. Now, that ended up being completely fake. He tweeted and was like, I don't even have a bike, stop. But I didn't know that at the time. There were like reputable sources like posting a picture of this. So I was like, holy crap. And there's been the whole thing of like, if he's actually leaving clues, the whole mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, Stitch. But basically this Peloton bike bio thing, it all sounds so weird. What kind of world are we even living in right now where people are leaving bios on their workout bicycles? This is, I mean, like, I don't work out, so this feels very, very out of, I can't even speak. I don't understand the concept of the entire thing, but whatever. Long story short, on the fake Peloton bike bio, it read Super Bowl 56, Green Bay, Buffalo, Cleveland. So that led everyone, including myself, who initially thought it was real, to believe that those were the 3 teams that JJ Watt could end up on. Now, I've had my eyes on Buffalo for him for a while. They have the whole cap space issue. They would have had to clear out a lot to get him. I think more than anything, my heart just like wanted him there more than it was actually feasible. But that's kind of where I saw him going. Green Bay was a very close number 2. If he ended up there, would not have been shocked. There was a lot of talk about Cleveland, so if I saw that, wouldn't have been surprised. But when I saw Sir JJ Watt himself posted up in an Arizona Cardinals t-shirt hours after this whole Peloton bike scenario thing, saying source me, making his announcement, my jaw literally on the ground. I said Arizona as a joke 2 weeks ago on my Instagram. I was like, maybe he'll end up back with Deandre Hopkins. The Cards were never a part of this trade conversation. Ever. I heard next to nothing about this other than the one tweet that Deandre Hopkins put out. Like, what the frick, dude? I will say, though, it is crap like this that really does make me love the off season. You really can't just sit back and relax. So yeah, JJ Watt to the frickin' Cardinals. He agreed to a 2-year deal worth $31 million, $23 million in guaranteed. He's back with DeAndre Hopkins. Has anyone checked on Deshaun Watson? Is my man's doing okay, cuz? Now, like I said, when I got this news, I was totally shocked, but shocked doesn't mean disappointed. I was just surprised because I didn't think the Cardinals were actually in this conversation at all. I really wasn't expecting it, but I do think this is kind of a good fit for him. I love the whole storyline of him with DeAndre Hopkins. That might be my favorite part about it. That might be why I really don't hate this at all. I just never thought he would personally pick to go there because he kept saying he wanted a team that was a contender. And don't get me wrong, Arizona's good. They're a good team, but they are not great yet. They're on the right track. I think they could be great within the next couple of seasons, but I don't know if JJ Watt is going to get that ring that he clearly wants with them before he retires. I really don't see it happening, especially they're in like the toughest division, like the most difficult, most competitive division. So, yeah. Like they didn't even make the playoffs this season and they were close. They were right there, but they didn't get there. And the 49ers were awash this season solely because of all of their injuries. If they come back healthy, I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to wrap my mind around. Sorry, I feel like I just had like thought vomit where all of my inner workings kind of spilled out everywhere. So let me actually try and like sum up my actual feelings into one sentence. I really can't even guarantee that that's going to be coherent, but I am going to try. Basically, if you piece together all of the things I kind of mentioned, I don't hate JJ Watt to the Cardinals. They are a team I can root for. I am happy for him. My favorite thing about this entirely is the fact that he is back with DeAndre Hopkins. I just think there's something wholesome about that, but at the end of the day, I don't think he is going to be able to get a ring in Arizona before he retires. And that honestly makes me kind of sad because I did want that for him. So it's very bittersweet, everything that I'm feeling right now. I just like forgot to breathe. I'm like dizzy, hold on. It is like super cute though. Sorry, I had this thought and I didn't want to forget it. It is super cute though because the number 99 is literally retired in Arizona and they gave him the blessing to wear it anyway. Like, oh my God, that's really cute. All right, I'll be back again. This is why I have a color-coded outline, so I'm not like ADHD for the entire video. That was definitely the biggest news that came out this week, obviously, because that was something we've all been waiting on, a very big name towards the end of his career. So it's a very big deal. What?
You scared me.
Why?
I weren't expecting you to be right here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't feel like cleaning my room.
Okay, that's fine.
Wait, did you hear what I was saying when you walked in?
No.
Frick!
Hi, baby girl.
It was definitely about JJ Watt. I should not be filming right now. I'm not okay. Corbett, hop on me.
I like the colors that sells like $1,600.
Nah. In other news though, can we please discuss Russell Wilson? Because what the heck? Personally, and please don't be shy about your thoughts and opinions regarding this subject, I think it's absolutely silly for Russell Wilson to leave Seattle. Literally silly, just straight up silliness. The whole concept though of Russell Wilson getting traded honestly feels like peer pressure to me because there's a lot of quarterback movement going on right now. There's a lot of quarterbacks getting traded, getting moved around, and he obviously has issues with his team that are extremely valid, but I don't think they're valid enough to just get up and start over at the end of the day. I really don't. And I think if this was any normal season, this wouldn't even be a thought. But because there is so much chaos going around, he heard people saying that maybe he should get traded. Now it's in the back of his mind. Now everyone's kind of slightly talking about it. He's announcing the teams he wants to go to. So I think that this, if it does end up happening, it is literally just because of how much hype went into it, and it never would have happened otherwise. Like, if nobody was talking about this would not go down. I mean, hey, I get it. I'm an Eagles fan. I understand being frustrated with your O-line. I understand being tired from being the most sacked quarterback in the NFL. But your team is so close. Like, you are so close to being right there. You need an O-lineman. You need some defensive pieces. And you are Super Bowl contenders. You honestly could be Super Bowl contenders even with your team now. It just makes it a little bit more difficult. You need to get kind of lucky. You fill those holes and bam, baby, you're in. One-way ticket to I'm gonna have to censor myself. I am a lady. All right. So where were we? Fill those holes, one-way ticket to the Super Bowl. Change my mind. You were the guaranteed MVP for the first half of this season. Clearly, something there is working. However, more often than not these days, I feel like teams are making silly decisions on the regular that I don't literally agree with at all, kind of like the Texans just literally this second extending David Johnson. We're not even going to talk about it. The Texans, why do you do the things that you do? But no matter how outrageous the idea is that Russell Wilson could leave Seattle, with all of the talk going on right now, I would say it's honestly 50-50 of whether he goes or stays. So I think we do have to talk about it. And he does have a no trade clause in his contract, so he would get to pick any team he wants to go to. And he narrowed it down this week. Saints, Bears, Raiders, and the Cowboys. Let's just talk about that one real quick. Please, he can't go there. He just can't. Nope, I am saying no. But on his end, why would he even want to go there? Dak Prescott is the least of the Cowboys' problems. When he got injured and they didn't have him, they absolutely crumbled. That offense can put up 40 points without question. Their offense, completely fine. Their defense is their problem. This is a very hot take, and I am fully prepared for the hate that I will receive. But if Dak Prescott can't get the Cowboys to win the NFC East, I don't think Russell Wilson could either. And I sincerely mean that. I really want to sit down. I feel weird. Can I do that? Am I gonna I'm just kind of pacing? No, I think this works. I just don't really get that out of all teams he picks for, and they are one of them. I don't see the appeal. Personally, it just seems like him and Sierra were like, where in the country would we like to live? I heard Dallas is a great city. Let's just go there. I truly believe that was more of a factor than actually playing for the Cowboys, because why? The Saints and the Raiders, they make so much sense to me, minus the fact that Drew Brees hasn't actually retired yet. When the season ended, that seemed like an absolute guarantee, and yet he still hasn't said anything about it. He's posting all these pics on vacation with his family. He's in full-on dad mode, but he still hasn't said if he's retiring or not. But if he does, I could absolutely see Russell Wilson there. That makes sense. Easy fill. And if I were the Saints, I would be so on board with getting Russell Wilson in there. I love everything about that. The Raiders, on the other hand, personally, I fully believe that the Raiders are honestly the best option for Russell Wilson right now. That O-line, completely ideal. Very young team, very young weapons, very talented weapons. I just think they kind of have the whole shtick, and if they got Russell Wilson in there, they would be next level. I guess you could say that the Bears are on the same, it's the same kind of concept as it is with the Raiders, but the Bears seem to be a tier below them. The Raiders are just honestly closer to being the better team. The Bears, I think, need a little bit more work to get there. Russell Wilson going into Chicago doesn't solve all of their problems. Russell Wilson going into Vegas makes them a great football team. So, I don't know. Take what you will from that. But who knows? He's saying he would happily accept a trade to the Bears. So, there's that. If you're asking me the rankings out of the 4 teams that he announced, I think worst option is the Cowboys. That might be completely biased. I really don't think it is though. It doesn't seem logical. So last choice, bottom of the barrel, he goes to Dallas. Slightly above that, the Bears. Coming in at number 2 is the Saints. If Drew Brees retires, I think that's a great landing spot for him. But number 1 to me is a no-brainer. If Vegas can give up enough to get you, you go to Vegas. Brand new city, young team, make them your own. I think it honestly could be really cool to watch. I don't know. And while we're talking about the Raiders, real quick, let's just talk about Marcus Mariota. Because I saw a lot of posts this week about the concept that he could potentially come to Philly. No, like, we don't understand. I would sell my soul to make this happen. Let me tell you why. I don't think it's going to happen because it's actually a very smart decision, and the Eagles organization right now doesn't seem capable of making those. I want him as a backup to Hurts, so guaranteed we are not going to waste our 6th overall pick on another quarterback, because there are a lot of talks that we are thinking about doing that, and I would literally be outraged. Absolutely freaking outraged. It makes 0 sense. I will scream bloody murder if that happens. I can't even think of the words to explain the pure fury that would take over me if we do that. So we trade for Marcus Mariota, make him our backup. I think he would be a great mentor for Hurts. We have to remember in 2015, he was the 2nd overall pick. Yes, he looked like absolute garbage in Tennessee the last time he was their starter. It wasn't pretty. Tannehill came in and literally took over that team. That is his team now. But we have to remember the journey that Ryan Tannehill had just to get to that point. I really liked what I saw from Marcus Mariota this past season when he stepped up for Derek Carr when he got hurt. Overall, I just think it would be best case scenario. I would actually be thrilled with the decision that the Eagles made if they could give up anything to make this happen. So there you have it, all of my thoughts regarding what I personally believe to be the biggest headlines surrounding the league this week. This offseason, man, every single day there is something new. So my conclusion is JJ Watt to Arizona, good but not great. The Texans, you still stink. Please let Deshaun Watson go. Russell Wilson, stay in Seattle or go to Vegas. And Eagles, please do whatever you gotta do. Make Marcus Mariota our backup. Also, some very exciting news that I was able to break this week. I will officially be co-hosting a podcast called Onside Chicks. We are going to be streaming live every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube and Twitch, so make sure to check us out. I will be linking all of our information in the description down below, and all of our podcast episodes will be available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And if you also saw some fancy schmancy new graphics on my intro, you can thank my girl Brittany at Football is Female on Instagram. She helped me out big time and she is beyond talented. So please make sure to go give her a follow. Thank you. I am literally obsessed. I am quite nervous to edit this video because I feel like that was a hot mess. Even if this video did have a first class ticket on the Hot Mess Express, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and to come back